The AFC South.
The AFC South.
Where do you want to start?
Oh, man, you've been talking about Jacksonville like all summer long, how you're so excited about Fabio Lawrence.
I think this is Fabio's time.
Fabio's time.
Doug Peterson is coach.
I mean...
Better than stick my thumb up your ass fucking...
Correct. It's not the old
Urban Meyers.
Ohio State coach. Which
It's not the old Urban...
always avoid Ohio State coaches, that's what I say.
Always avoid college coaches. And if they're from Ohio State, especially.
Awesomer for me.
Awesomer for me. So, yeah, I think Lawrence, I think the kid from Clemson's second year as a running back, but first year running.
That doesn't matter for running backs. They just need to run fast and break tackles.
He's young. I think that's going to be huge. I think Kirk being added to the offense, I think is huge.
He was awful.
He is awful, but he's awful on a team where he's the third receiver. Maybe when he's the number one receiver.
Behind who? The two Joneses?
Well, no. He came from Hopkins, and...
I'm just saying on this team. You think he's going to be a 1 or a 2?
I think he'll be the 1.
And then Zay Jones and Marvin Jones are...
Well, Marvin Jones is never a 1.
Oh, no.
Marvin Jones is a every third game. Holy shit, Marvin Jones. Why aren't you like this every game? You went for 10, 120, and 2 touchdowns. And then the next game, 1 for 10. Oh, no touchdowns. So, I mean, it's like, fuck, man. This guy is just up and down so much. Did they still have that Schnauz guy or whatever the fuck that guy's name was?
Nope. Lavishka?
Yeah, Lavishka. They still have that guy. I'd put him at number 3.
I want to say he's gone.
Okay, so he's gone. So they brought in Kirk, got rid of Lavishka, and they kept Jones, Marvin Jones.
And they signed Evan Ingram.
And Evan Ingram. Yeah. I'm not
sold on that.
I'm not sold on I'm more sold on Cam Robinson hopefully becoming a good left tackle and the running back and Christian Kirk. And the defense. Because I think the defense is where they spent all their time and their energy this year on the draft. So, like I said, you can always just plug in a young defensive player, and he can almost start. So,
I mean, it's a really young defense. They do have the other Josh Allen,
right,
who is very productive defensive end. They drafted your boy Lloyd and
I like Devin Lloyd
and the Georgia guy Walker,
and they got Walker. So I think that's good. And then the guy we both think is funny is that Chad Muma, who they say is going to be a great inside linebacker, and we're like, I hope so.
Right. Well, it's almost to the point where if Muma starts, it's almost expected because they don't have much in front of them.
No, they don't. Well, you said they lost the one kid to Steelers, right?
Oh yeah, Jack.
Yeah. So I mean, Miles Jack. That's a loss. I mean,
it is
a productive player on defense.
And we'll talk more about him once we do the AFC North.
We will,
because he's gonna help save that team, hopefully.
That and the young cornerback and the other outside defensive end, who's probably the best player.
You see, Minka was riding a bike and got
hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. I saw that. I didn't want to say his name because then we'd have to talk about how he got hurt riding a bike. So I was like, let's just say that young cornerback.
Listen, parents out there, teach your kids how to ride a bike.
Make them wear a helmet too.
It doesn't take that long.
It's very important.
Just push them down the hill. They'll eventually get it.
No, it's either that or keep falling, and then it'll stop, and they won't ride a bike anymore. And they won't have to worry about it.
One of the two.
My kid's not getting hurt. Why? He don't ride a bike. He fell too many times. Yeah, he's not getting hurt on a bike, that's for sure. So I think I like Jacksonville as not to win, but as to be the most improved team in the AFC South.
Much improved on offense. Defense is going to be very inconsistent.
The whole division is not very good, other than the Titans. And who I think now that, well, we'll talk about it here soon. I think the Colts are night and day between what they were. But I think Jacksonville is the team that we talk about 3 or 4 years from now on this show.
If one of the top 2 teams slips up, then yes, Jacksonville could end up second in this division.
If one of the top 2 teams fail, if Tennessee doesn't turn it, I mean,
Derrick Henry gets hurt, they finished way behind Jacksonville.
I'm telling you, Jacksonville's going to be a better team this year. They're going to put a better product on the field. I swear by that. I really do. I think this kid's going to be way better this year. I think he was dealt a raw hand by having Urban Meyers as coach for his first year in the pros. Like, shit, I went from college to college again. Shit, that sucks. How did I do that?
I love that.
You love that. I know you. So from the worst team to the now worst team.
Right. Houston has no chance this year.
They are a total rebuild. In fact, their two offensive stars, and this is the fucking truth. I really think it is.
Truth.
The fucking truth. I really do believe it is Mills, the quarterback, who I like a lot because, fuck it, they stayed with him. And Brandon Cooks, who took a 2-year deal to stay with a rebuild team. Fucking A, bro.
He wants to be the man. He's the man.
Obviously, nobody wanted him. That's all I could think. I was like, man, he's just like, they drafted probably 2 receivers somewhere in that draft somewhere.
Maybe.
At least 3 or 4 undrafted. Why the fuck are you staying on a
Maybe
real...
massages are really good in Texas.
Maybe the massages... Maybe Brandon can keep his mouth closed and pays more money. And like... Here's $5,000. Give me the Deshaun Watson.
He said
Well,
it.
$5,000. I will definitely give you the Deshaun Watson and a little bit of the fucking David Johnson. What the fuck? I really like Texas. I'm staying in Texas. I don't know. I didn't understand why he stayed. Because I like rebuild. So we go to the draft. Stingley, the Green, the offensive guard, Menchie, which I was really fucking sad about. I really thought that, damn, I wanted.
Nah, Mechie's got one of those, field stretching, like, you're going to see him on SportsCenter. He's going to have some 80-yard touchdowns.
Yeah, so good luck to you, kid. I hope that you kick that thing's ass and move on and get back to football next year. And then Petrie, the safety. So they've spent a lot of... They did well on their draft.
No, I think this defense in a few years with Christian Harris from Alabama, like you said, Petrie, Stingley Jr. Those guys all might start this year. Growing pains for sure.
Sure. Got beat on some plays.
But a lot of talent and a lot of smarts. Petrie reminds me of a little honey badger kind of.
Yeah, he's going to fit in really nicely and safely next to Stingley Jr.
Exactly.
Yeah, very. Yeah, I think that and with Lovie Smith as the coach, whether it be for 1 year or 5 years, I think that he was going to help these young men develop into something. You can always build an offense, right? Can you always build a defense? If you have a good quarterback, you can build an offense. Davis, good luck, buddy. I don't know what they're going to do. Jimmy Garoppolo, see you in a week. He's ready now, right? He got the okay to go. He's okay all the way around. He can go to a new team. He can play football.
Well, he's not ready to throw yet.
Yeah, but I thought he passed some physical, though.
Sure, he's allowed to throw.
He's allowed to throw.
But he hasn't put it on TV. He hasn't gone on his YouTube yet.
No,
he's still throwing it like from, me to the TV over there.
It's not very far.
Not very far.
That's not very far. Well, I wish the best for him. I wish the best for the Texans, too. Last place for probably a couple of years.
I can't see that being a wrong prediction.
No, I would say Jaguars are a little ahead of them on the rebuild. They are starting their rebuild. And
I would love to see Davis Mills outperform Trevor Lawrence this year. I think that would be my funniest thing of the division.
Make you happy, huh?
That would make me happy.
Make you smile.
Davis Mills had a better year than Trevor Lawrence. So,
that's not going to happen.
Summary report. Oh, I was going to say Houston.
When you say better... Wait, hold on. Sorry. Go ahead. Summary report. Say that. I'm going to hold on to my thing. I'm going to put a pin.
No, it's all good. I was trying to give Houston something positive. Do you think they have the best kicker?
Farbon?
In the division? It's close.
Oh, but yeah, no, it's Kyle or Bullock. Oh, man. I'm going to say, yeah, they got the best kicker in the division.
I mean, we have to give Houston something.
I'm going to get best kicker.
A little bit of fantasy advice. Maybe take Houston kickers. They don't score a lot of touchdowns. And Nico Collins. He'll go undrafted, and he'll have the second most targets.
Brandon Cooks, best deep receiver.
Right, well, they will probably cover him. So you got to figure one of these other guys, Nico Collins or
the kicker is going to be fine. Nobody's covering him.
Nope, he'll be open.
He gets kicked.
Yep, he's good.
He's good. All right, well, cool. We got that. Speaking of, all right, let's do Colts because
Indy, baby.
Because they're supposed to be the second best.
They got Matty Ryan. Matty Ice.
Huge improvement. Huge improvement when you have somebody like Taylor in the backfield.
Yep.
7 All-Pro defensive players last year added Stephon Gilmore.
Really?
Cannot be a bad ad.
No.
You can't add Stephon Gilmore to 7 All-Pros and think that now you don't have 8 All-Pro players.
Oh, yeah. They added Nick Cross, too, also in the second.
Nick Cross in the second, yeah.
I thought it was an impressive pick. He might not start right away.
Well, he drafted what? That was a 3rd-round pick for them, right? So, yeah, that's...
I thought he was a good one.
He plays special teams and fill in and nickel.
Did you hear Darius Leonard no longer wants to be called Darius Leonard? His real name is Shaq.
Shaq Leonard?
So he wants to be either called Shaq, D, or Maniac. 3 completely unrelated.
I'm going to call him Shaq the Maniac.
Shaq the Maniac.
I
like that.
I'm going to go French with it. I'm going to go Shaq the Maniac.
Shaq the Maniac.
Oh, I say Shaq the Maniac.
I like it.
Fuck, I'll give him all 3. Doesn't even matter. He deserves all 3. That guy's a stud.
I don't believe anyone's ever called that one. Called it first.
Shaq the Maniac. Maybe I should just do Colt games. Maybe that's what I should do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indianapolis Colt Stadium. You know what I mean? Maybe I should do Colt
French
games.
accent.
Oui, voilà, Shaq the Maniac. Oui. Matty Ryan.
I like it.
Man, fuck, they got a French guy to do this? No, it's some dude who does FB and the goob. He's FB from the FB and the goob. But apparently he can fucking go, hey, oui, they fucking Jonathan Taylor up the middle. Touchdown, Colts.
Sniped. Oh, so you were in Tennessee. We forgot. You got sniped.
No. I'm in Indianapolis right now. I'm being...
Safer?
Safer. Si.
Oui.
Oui. Oui, the safer. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor, oui.
All right. So you think with Matt Ryan...
Should I say oui?
Oui.
Oui.
I wish I had a quarterback that had a wee joke. I don't.
I got a son that's got a wee joke.
Man.
But he's sleeping now. We're doing our show.
That's right.
Can't wake him up. So they picked up that Alec Pierce, receiver.
They could have lots of mismatches on the outside.
Yeah. So I think with play action with Taylor and Matt Ryan, who is Matty Ice and can still throw the ball down the field, I don't. 8 All-Pro players on defense. Matt Ryan, Jonathan Taylor. I'm really high on the Colts in this division. I know we're going to talk about the best team, who's got the best coach. I don't even know who the Colts coach is. Who is the Colts coach?
The Colts coach is...
I don't even know who that is.
The master of comeback, Frank Wright.
Frank Wright. Oh, nice. The old Buffalo quarterback. The old Buffalo Bill quarterback, Frank Wright. Nice. Yeah. All right, good. So the old Buffalo Bill, the master of comebacks, Frank Wright, is the coach against Vrabel.
Right.
Actually, Vrabel, Lovie Smith, and fucking Doug Peterson. Actually, 4 good coaches. 4 good coaches.
Yeah, no.
A league of coaches. I mean, last week we had that jerk off from fucking the Saints.
Dennis Allen.
And this week...
And Arthur Smith.
4 bad coaches. Wait a minute. I don't want to say that completely.
There was a few bad ones last week.
There's a few bad coaches last week. So 4 great coaches and 2 shitty coaches and a couple so-sos.
Yeah, this week we got some good ones.
We got good coaches because Vrabel, I think, was coach of the year this year.
Yeah. No, I think if Indianapolis, if any of those receivers can step up, Pierce or the rookie Jelani Woods as tight end.
Pierce is a rookie too, right?
Pierce is a rookie. I mean, they have Paris Campbell still and Pittman Jr.
And then they got the best running back in football. As long as, I say Henry is...
And one of the best backups too, Nyheim Hines.
Shit. No, listen, Nyheim Hines was a backup running back on fantasy players' teams.
No, he's still he'll make his mark.
Right, so...
On that team with a lot of size but not a lot of quickness, they're going to put Nyheim Hines in space. So you're right, with a very impressive running game, and then you got Buckner and Ngakoue.
Jesus Christ, the defense is really good. They're going to hold you in that 16 to 24 point range. If you can get the 16-point games, you're great. And Matty Ice can score 28 points. Yeah. I have fucking seen Matty Ice score way more than 28 points. So, I don't know. I'm high on the Colts this year, and I think it was that quarterback change for me was huge with what they had already and with adding Gilmore. But I'm not going to take anything away from the Tennessee Titans because they have proven themselves over and over to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, they've got the variable stuff. I mean,
They got the
their
variable
team just, they want to play for him.
Next man up.
Yeah, you
Kind
might,
of attitude, just serious. When they fucking
not a huge amount of talent. I mean, there's some, you know what I mean? But it's Derrick Henry, and they do have the best safeties in the league.
they do.
And one of the best secondaries, actually, too.
They do have a great secondary. I thought their defensive line, and I knew you were going to talk about secondary, and I thought, well, he's going to talk about the secondary, but I thought that defensive line 5 or 6 times last year played very, very well.
Just a wall.
Just
right?
a wall.
Not sacks.
Just
and
no.
Sports Center highlights,
That
but-
98 guy, just that wall, dude. You know what I mean? Like they were just a wall. You didn't get past them. Linebackers good enough to play, and their secondary, as you're going to talk about now, is
Oh, man. I mean, every cornerback is talented, young. They've got Caleb Farley from last year. And I can't even... Fulton from the year before from LSU.
the year before from LSU. He's really good, actually, that kid.
And then their safeties are just the best combo of safeties in the league.
I mean, the Saints have upped their safety game a little bit, but I must say that maybe the Titans...
Well, with Byard, Pro
yeah.
Bowl the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And then Hooker, your boy from Ohio State, right?
Hooker from Ohio State, yeah.
Right, he's in his
Second or third year. Yeah, no, second year.
And, he's...
Third year now.
Third year.
Third year now.
So he's going to be... Yeah, so I don't want to throw against them. And like you said, they have a couple wall guys. So
I thought the line...
good secondary, good wall,
And Derrick Henry.
they do have a couple. I mean, they've got Landry the third on Bud Dupree to kind of run around, but
Right.
you'd rather have someone like Miles Jack or someone
or any of the Colts linebackers.
right or a Shaq Leonard.
Shaq Leonard.
If they had a Shaq Leonard,
Shaq
this defense
Leonard.
would be sick.
Yeah, they would be actually.
Nah.
I'm in. Yeah, no, I'm not taking any. I'm not saying that. Tannehill he's a top 12. You know what I mean, and that's fair.
That's generous.
It's generous. It is. I don't know if he has the killer instinct like the Brady or the Rodgers, but he can manage a game, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I've heard Malik Willis' name so many times, and I'm just like, I don't think Malik Willis is the fucking answer either, but...
It's probably not better than Tannehill. Tannehill was receiver, running back, quarterback again.
I'm not saying anything. I think Tannehill is better than Malik. I already said Malik Willis is not anywhere near the answer. Trading A.J. Brown for Burks.
Saved you some money.
Saved you some money, I guess. I don't. Maybe
and a lot of completions.
Yeah, maybe you took back or re-signed some defense, made them. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know.
No, they took a step back as far as offensive production. Without Henry, this is not a good offensive team. I don't believe.
Oh no, it's a terrible team. Robert Woods and Treylon Burks is not the answer to if you lose Derrick Henry.
I mean, are you sure it's not Nick Ickheim Westbrook?
No, I don't believe so.
All right, I just wanted to say that name out loud.
You just wanted to say that.
I did.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I do not think it's. I'm not even going to try to say Westbrook. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah,
I don't think it's Burks. I don't think Malik Willis. Actually, I hope Vrabel is a really good coach.
Yeah.
Because
there's no one behind Henry either.
There's no one behind Henry. Oh no, there's not.
There
was 2 running backs.
Hassan, somebody.
They had 2 guys last year that.
McNichols is on the Steelers.
Okay, so McNichols is on the Steelers.
He's gone.
So he's gone. So that was probably their best second running back, actually.
Yep.
So good for the drafting, I guess, of somebody. Hope Henry doesn't get hurt. Listen, once Henry's gone, unless this team really make changes, and as not Malik Willis is, I hope who you're hoping to save you, because I just don't see him being the savior of the team. I could be wrong.
Nah.
I'm going to eat crow this year on Trey Lance, apparently. So I mean, maybe Malik Willis. So there's probably Titan fans out there right now cooking my fucking crow. But I just don't think Malik Willis is the answer. And I just, Matt Ryan, Jacksonville and Texas will be in 5 years the 2 best teams in that division.
Yeah. No, Jacksonville just spends too much in free agency.
Man, you're not going to give Jack.
No. Look, they just keep spending money. Christian Kirk, $90 million. Tell me that's not going to bite them in the ass at some point in time. Christian Kirk for that much money. You guys are a big joke. Jacksonville, good luck, fuckers.
Actually, they changed the whole game for receiving. Now
They really-
now every receiver is worth $100 billion because Christian
Yeah.
Kirk is worth $100 million.
They opened some sort of wide receiver curse on
Yeah,
it.
they
Like
fucking-
Jacksonville will never have a 1,000-yard receiver ever again.
Ever again. Oh my God. They'll have a 1,000-yard tight end before they'll have a 1,000-yard receiver.
Yep, I see it happening.
They'll get 1,000-yard receivings from a running back before they ever have another 1,000-yard receiver.
Calling it.
All right, so we're gonna call this play out. We're gonna call the division then.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Colts, Titans, Jags, Texans.
Yep,
That sounds about right.
it does.
Colts make the playoffs.
And that's it. Everyone else
Waits for the
should start tanking in week 8.
That's it because the AFC
Because
West.
Bryce Young is out there.
Bryce Young is out there, and that's who you want. So yeah, I mean that's it, right? I mean, if you only get one team from your division to go to the playoffs, and if Colts take off,
Yeah,
and you have they have the whole AFC West winning every game, and they get 3.
yeah. The Colts need the receivers to step up if they're gonna have any chance against the NFC or AFC West.
If they're going to go to the playoffs and they're going to play against the AFC West, they better step up in the receiver game. And I don't think
I don't see it happening enough to help them win.
Not against the Chiefs or the Bengals or the Raiders or the Chargers.
You know, if they're in a different division, they wouldn't make the playoffs at all.
Yeah, they wouldn't even make the playoffs. If they were in any other division, they wouldn't make the playoffs. So, I think we did it. I think we gave the AFC South the best we could do for the AFC South. So,